So behind those screens, where the front room is at, is where my new bedroom is going to be. Let's ignore that. So before we get into the kitchen, oh shit. I have my phone on a stand prop, so I don't want to accidentally cause it to fall down. This is how the new room is looking so far. Yep, second all done. All of this, I did it myself. Everything else, I'm gonna have some help on. Other than that, this is how my new room is looking so far. So yeah, let's get to the kitchen. So, small disclaimer I do want to get out of the way really quick. Yes, I do have a band-aid on my face, and I'm 100% okay. Long story short, my face was bleeding from when I was popping a pimple. That's the reason on why there's a band-aid on my face while I record this video. Nevertheless, see you all in the kitchen. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna pull out the basic stuff that we're gonna need. Nothing to heat up, just, well, two things are gonna need to be heated up. The noodles and some bacon, which you'll see why for the bacon later. So we got Jamaican styled curry powder. Some fried shallots, put that to the side, and some dried pork. So that's two things we got so far. Well, no, three. Two more things incoming. So yeah. And fun fact, if you saw the last update video that I recently made, this is the first video that I'm recording on my new Google Pixel 7. Alright, so we got some chicken ramen. And I know what I'm gonna do. I did this yesterday. This is how a pimp does some slapping. Well, it's more so like a smack, but it gets the job done. If a small bit, like, hold on. If a small bit of this can come out, that's how you know you've done a hard smack. Yeah, I don't trust any of these bowls. Okay, so chopsticks. Again. Yeah, bowls are usually in here, so yeah, I do not trust any of these ones. Yeah, I was looking for this fish one. And there's like a J one on the bottom, but I'm not looking for that. Okay. Now we can do the thing. Alright, so I'm gonna throw back out first. Okay. I just used a cup. Did I get that on camera? Yes, I did. Okay. An egg. Yeah, cracking it cleanly is usually a hard thing to do. But a fun fact about eggs is that even if it's like in raw yolk, it can still boil. But it's not like the boiled eggs that you would expect, which you'll see in 3 minutes. Okay, so it is on top of a seasoning bottle now. So boiled egg. And then trying to break it apart that way. It's not just the egg, it's everything else about this. So seasoning pack first, and then we'll mix everything in. Which, if you ask me, this is looking good so far. And so a good bit of curry seasoning, and because I want to be extra, I'm gonna add some steak seasoning. Just to give it more of that meaty flavor. And coincidentally enough, I had Texas Roadhouse yesterday. But I ended up getting sick because there was too much hot sauce on the menu item that I ordered. But it was still delicious, but there was just too much sauce. Like, way too much for my stomach to digest. Alright, so dried pork first. Getting dried pork dust off of this, and yes, my hands are clean. Fried shallots. but not least, I'm pulling out some cheese. But I do want to mix all of this together first before anything major happens. Yeah, so it's a Better Goods combo, which is Getter, cheddar, Gouda, and Gruyere cheese. And to be 100% honest with you, I'm not picky about my cheeses, but I don't like American cheese because it is just not real cheese. And as long as it's meltable, it gets the job done. Yeah, the broth got sucked into the noodles. I love it. Alright, so one more thing to do, which I'm gonna get my hands clean first. I'm gonna put this to the side for in case I need it again. And we also have bacon, which is fully cooked, and you can microwave this if you absolutely want to. 2 strips is enough. And whenever I put these in my sandwiches, I usually have them be split in half. Which the heating of the bacon part's not going to take very long. It's just going to take 30 seconds. Which, that's enough time for me to... You know what? I'm going to use this cheese bag as a garbage bag now that we don't have this cheese anymore. Smells like breakfast, brother. Okay. That bacon smells good. I hate the feeling of needing to sneeze and then not having the sneeze come out. Okay. So after this was given some time to cool down, oh shit. Alright. I know bacon and ramen sounds weird together, but you'll never know if it's delicious unless if you tried it. And I tried this for lunch yesterday, and let me tell you, I was surprised about the results. It's a good weird food combo. Okay. I'm just gonna use whatever rags are close by. Alright, as for the bacon being there, you just. Oh. Okay, I'm taking a photo of this. Hold on. Hold on. That is some good food porn right here. This is the Jason J's garbage ramen. So I went upstairs for a quick minute just to grab a drink. If you're curious on what it is a not sponsored Mountain Dew. And I'm clarifying that it's not sponsored because, for the record, I don't have any partnerships when it comes to any sort of drinks. But I would love to be partnered with Gamer Sub someday. So yeah. Just look at that. Despite how it sounds, the idea is delicious, and it's a way to make a struggle meal fun, you know? I think I may have started an underrated version of Korea's cooking. Which, if you guys know Corey Kenshin, you'll understand the joke. Nevertheless, it's 10:30 a.m. and usually I have lunch around 11 to 3:30 p.m. Well, 11 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. just so that there's no lost context. But this is honestly a pretty good idea that I did. And if there was like some spam, some tempura shrimp, this would slap so much harder. Nevertheless, see you all around.